Hello, great people. Welcome to another great video. Today we are doing our cabbage rolls, and today we are using beef, and we are going to do it differently this time. So we're gonna use a big chunk of beef, and you can buy any kind of beef that you like. We have been using different kinds of meat. We can use ground beef. We can just use a big chunk of beef. You can use whatever kind of meat you are comfortable with. Oh, we are making cabbage rolls. I have missed you, and I have missed to show you, a different way of making cabbage rolls. So, and for balanced diet purposes, we're gonna use this beef, we're gonna use our carrots, and we are going to use these leaves of a cabbage. You can see it's a full cabbage, and all you need to do is to dip them in hot water so that they can become a little bit flexible to use. So once you do that, the ribs will actually come out easily. You don't have to force them to come out. They will just come out easily, and you will be able to fold them. The point is to be able to roll your cabbage. And because cabbages holds lots of water, so we want to use our paper towel and make sure that our leaves are a little bit dry. So we're gonna use as many leaves as we want. So we have quite a number of them, so we can start the process of application, which I will start now. So what you want to do with your meat is to make sure you season your meat. So I am using a beef rub. So what I do is just season it, just spread my rub in the beef like this. And then you want to add salt. Actually, this is raw meat. So it is going to cook together with the cabbage. So you make sure the slices are thinner. They are thin so that they can be able to cook well. So you just rub your seasoning. This is rub. It's called a beef rub. So you can use your hands, you can use your spoon. So make sure you rub them like that. And then you can use your salt, just make sure you have that inner taste. That inner taste is the beef. Of course, the cabbage are tasteless. So by making sure your beef tastes really good, you make your cabbage taste nicely. So what you are going to do now is to be able to cut this beef. You can cut it depending with the size of your family, or depending with how many cabbage rolls you are making. And it doesn't have to be very fat, it just needs to be thin. So I think I have and you also don't want to use a lot of beef, so you can just cut them into smaller pieces the way you want them. So I would want them this way. So you just place your beef there, and then you want to add your carrot. So if you want, you can do a full carrot, or you can just cut them in half. For me, I think I will need a full one. And then the final step is now to roll. You make sure the ends are folding well, and then you make sure you spread it nicely, and you roll your cabbage like that. Of course, the carrot is making it have that beautiful shape there. And you just need to do the same for all this. Put your carrot there, fold fold them, fold the sides. You can cut this part here that sometimes is a little bit hard, so that it can be easier for you to fold. So once you cut that side, make sure the ends are folded nicely like that, and just lay it in your glass. You can see the glass here. So we have quite a number of leaves and a number of meat chunks, and we have decided to cut this part here so that we can fold. You can see my cabbage is very green. So if you think you need to add more leaf, I have so many of them, so I can add as many as I like. And you want to make sure when you boil, you don't boil them too much. When you boil the water, it doesn't boil too much, because otherwise your leaves will be cooked, and you don't want them to be cooked. So we want to remove more of these leaves. This is what we need. So we can put two, just in case one is not, in good shape. So this part here is the hard one. So where is my carrot? You put it there, and then you roll your leaf. Yeah, you see? Yeah. Then we have this one that looks a little bit hard. So we cut this part here. Oh, by the way, if you need to make sure your leaves are good, so that they can allow you to fold, Otherwise, if they cut, it won't allow you to fold. So anyway, but what I know is that it will cook, so you can use two. All right. So you can see this one is a little bit bigger, but the point is we need to fold them like that. I had more leaves here, more chunk of meat here, more carrot here. So we can just fold them like this. Okay, the more you go inside a leaf, the more the leaf becomes, the more the leaf changes its color. So you can realize this color here is different from the very top ones, because the top ones were very green, So we have one more, or we can just call it a day. We don't have to use that one. We still have our cabbage here, but as you can tell, this cabbage needs to get some water, so that one I will use it for another different meal. So there are different ways of cooking your cabbages. So I have six cabbage rolls, as you can see. So we have this seasoning. This one is called salad supreme for seasoning. So it looks so beautiful and colorful. So we just sprinkle on top of our cabbage rolls for that taste. So we just do that. Cabbage contains a lot of water, so when it starts to cook, the seasoning will just be able to spread the rest of the cabbage. And then the final step is to cover with foil. So you just cover with your foil nicely like this, and our oven is ready. So I will do bake for 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, our cabbage rolls would be ready. So I'll see you later.